Seeing this, Lornius is absolutely terrified. Verdal orders everyone into battle formation, and they attack her with arrows. Atu blocks every single arrow with her tentacles. Verdal never wanted to fight a being like her. Atau says that if that idiot had not interfered, she would have let them leave peacefully. But because of that rat, all of them are going to die. Verdal had already sensed how powerful Atau was, so he decides to retreat. However, after witnessing her power, he becomes certain that she is a witch. A witch is a Calamity-class monster, officially recognized as a national-level threat. Atau is far stronger than the mercenaries, so Verdal orders them to stay back while the two holy knights engage her directly. They begin using divine energy. Atu mocks them, saying their power is insignificant, and blocks their attacks while calling them weak. But then she is shocked to see that they manage to cut off two of her tentacles. She realizes that their strength is being amplified by their holy swords. At the same time, Verdal realizes that if they cut off all her tentacles, they might be able to defeat her. Atau cannot allow that to happen. She takes two mercenaries hostage to force them to stop attacking. Verdal then tells Lornius that if they let her escape now, the witch might one day attack their kingdom, so they continue fighting and cut down her tentacles along with the hostages. Atau is horrified by this. She cannot believe they were willing to kill their own allies so easily. For the first time, she feels genuine fear. To her, all of this had felt like nothing more than a game. In the very next moment, she pulls Verdal into the air with a tentacle that bursts out from beneath the ground. Verdal tells Lornius that he needs to run away, and barely a second later, a tentacle pierces straight through Verdal's head. Lornius is completely stunned by what he sees. They had clearly cut off all of Atau's tentacles. Atau calmly responds, saying she never claimed she could not regrow them. Forget regrowing. She can create as many tentacles as she wants. She admits that she was just playing with them the entire time. Lornius immediately orders the mercenaries to scatter and run in all directions. If they split up, there might be a chance that someone survives. Atau does not even bother chasing them. She has no interest in wasting that much effort, and if they had just left earlier, she would not have needed to waste so much energy in the first place. Lornius stays behind to stop Atau from going after the others. Once again, he attacks her using his Holy Sword technique. This time, he is shocked to see Atau using the exact same technique and blocking his attack effortlessly. He cannot understand how an evil creature like her can use Holy Sword techniques. Atau explains that under normal circumstances, she cannot. But when she killed Verdal, she absorbed all of his experience in sword techniques. Now, she's just as skilled as he was. She then starts attacking Lornius using Verdal's own techniques and says that Verdal was truly an excellent swordsman. Unfortunately, he died because of his own stupidity. She then asks Lornius if he has ever thought about how he would return to his wife and children. Hearing this, Lornius is shaken. This means she did not just absorb Verdal's power and techniques, she also absorbed his memories. If that is the case, she will only continue to grow stronger over time. Atau asks if he wants to know what Verdal was thinking just before he died. Even as he faced death, all Verdal could think about was whether his comrades would manage to escape alive. Lornius replies that Verdal's will still lives on, because the mercenaries managed to escape. Atau corrects him. Just because she did not chase them herself does not mean they survived. Every single one of them is already dead. On her orders, Darkus had killed all the mercenaries earlier. Enraged, Lornius charges at her, but his attack has absolutely no effect. Atau tells him that if he had listened to Verdal, he would be at home right now with his family. Because of his foolishness, he is going to die. After that, his family will die as well. She says she will torture them until they beg for death. Then she will go to every village Lornius passed through on his journey and slaughter everyone there. When they ask her why, she will tell them his name. All of it will be his fault. She says that he is a good man who believes in God and loves his family, but that is exactly why she hates people like him. People who always believe they are right. After saying that, she kills him. The other elves arrive and report that they have finished killing everyone else as well. Gia asks Atau if she truly intends to do everything she said earlier. Atau casually replies that she was just joking. There's no reason for her to do all that. She then says they need to leave quickly because she has something important to report to her master. Before the fight began, Verdal had called Atau a witch. He had also mentioned that there was a witch in the north. Takuto has never heard of a witch class in the game, so he realizes that this world is different from the one he knows. At the same time, this difference actually benefits Atau. In the game, she could only steal the abilities of defeated opponents, but here, she can steal their memories as well. Because of that, without doing anything else, they now know the situation in Qualia. Most of their army is stuck in the north, and they do not know much about the witch. All they know is that she is causing destruction on the scale of an entire army, and they call her Arakino, the Slurping Witch. We then see the witch herself, spreading destruction everywhere and even controlling the dead. Takuto feels that the northern witch arrived there earlier than expected, which makes him suspect that she was also sent to this world, just like him. Her strength seems comparable to a hero unit, and judging by her actions, she also appears to be evil. Because of that, Takuto has no desire to talk to her. However, since her power is on the level of a hero, Takuto decides that he should summon a hero of his own. Instead of Isla, he now wants to summon a combat-focused hero. Takuto also decides to change his policies, because the witch and Qualia are going to become his enemies. To stand against them, he needs to form alliances with other nations. The nearby neutral nation would likely support him if it benefits them. Once the palace is completed, Takuto plans to investigate that nation. During that time, he will also work on strengthening his forces. Meanwhile, in a city to the east, barbarians are launching an attack. A staff wielder unleashes lightning on them and orders everyone to quickly bring reinforcements. Back in Minogra, Atao feels slightly sad, thinking that she may have gone too far with the paladins. Takuto tells her not to dwell on it. She realizes that even though Takuto is kind, he is still an evil being, so things like this should not affect him too deeply. Later, Takuto's palace is finally completed, and everything in the nation is running smoothly. Atu tells him that one day, his palace will grow so tall that it will touch the sky. But then she realizes something important. Takuto is the king, yet he does not have a single servant. Takuto agrees that it would look strange for a king to have no servants. He asks Atu to bring someone he can talk to easily since he is not good at speaking. Ever since the meeting, he has not even talked to his people. Atu reminds him that this is because everyone sees him as a mass of black energy. Atao then comes up with a plan. Seeing how excited she is makes Takuto nervous, but he still tells her to do whatever she wants. She calls the three leaders over and orders them to bring all the village girls to the palace to serve Takuto. Hearing this, Takuto and the others are completely shocked. Malter assumes there must be a misunderstanding and asks why she wants young girls specifically. Atao tries to explain that Takuto would find it easier to talk to young girls, but instead of giving a long explanation, she blurts out that Takuto likes young girls. The situation immediately becomes worse. Takuto quickly steps in and explains everything himself. He says he wants servants so resources can be used efficiently. He does not want to pull important workers away from their duties. Children who cannot do heavy labor can serve as attendants instead. He also admits that he is looking forward to talking and playing with them. However, he fails to consider one major problem. To normal people, he looks terrifying. As soon as the children see him, they all start crying. Takuto feels terrible about it. Unfortunately, there are no children in the village who are not afraid of their king. Gia then asks Maltor if he has introduced the king to the twins. Maltor replies that the twins would at least treat the king with respect. When Atao asks about them, Maltor explains that the two girls are orphans. They are intelligent, but they often cause trouble. Atsu thinks that if they are smart, they should be capable of serving the king, and orders that they be brought in. A short while later, the twins arrive at the palace. One of them is named Karia, and the other is Maria. Karia speaks with complete respect, while Maria talks to Takuto as if he were a long-lost friend. Atu asks Karia about the marks on her body. Karia explains that she was sick some time ago. Even though she recovered, the scars remain. Atu then asks what happened to Maria. Karia replies that something truly horrifying happened. Maria ate her own mother. They will never forget their mother's sacrifice. Hearing this, Takuto realizes that the elves had been traveling for a very long time. When food ran out, their mother sacrificed herself. After being forced to eat her own mother, Maria's view of the world completely changed. Because of this, Atu believes Maria would not make a good servant for Takuto. But then Maria steps forward and says that Takuto looks completely white to her. Takuto is shocked. Most people see him as black energy, yet she sees him differently. Takuto asks her if she is willing to serve him. Maria replies that she will do her best. He then asks Karia, who says that as the older sister, she will follow along as well. That settles it. From now on, the two of them will take care of him. After they leave, Malter approaches Takuto and tells him that ever since their mother's death, the twins have not felt any emotions at all. So he asks Takuto to stay patient with them. After that, both of them begin their duties. But while Maria is bringing him water, she accidentally spills it all over him. Kaya starts wiping it off and apologizing again, and we learn that this isn't the first time something like this has happened. At that moment, Alto arrives and starts scolding Maria, but Takuto tells her not to be so angry with them, and she calms down. Then she informs Takuto that she has to attend a meeting, and since both of them are her attendants, they will come along as well. Soon everyone reaches the meeting room. The first report is given by Amel. She explains that the palace construction has been completed, so many workers are now free, and there's also a large amount of unused material left. Because of that, they're ready to start working on a new project. Takuto and Alto tell her to begin work on the clinic. And next, it's Molter's turn. He reports that he has successfully developed military magic, and after proper training, others will also be able to cast it. By using the rune mana that was used to build the palace, they will be able to cast even more powerful magic. Alto tells him that for now, he should focus his research on the 6 major elements of the magic skill tree. After that, Gia reports that the army currently has a total of 5 scout bugs. They are unable to investigate areas outside the forest because the surrounding land is completely flat, and if they send the bugs there, the risk of being discovered increases. Alto says that they have already learned everything they needed to know about the forest, so all the bugs should now be assigned to patrol the forest boundaries. Once the meeting ends, Takuto starts heading back. But on the way, Maria bumps into him, and all the meeting documents fall to the ground. Kaya rushes over, apologizing and helping pick them up. While doing so, they accidentally tear one of the papers. They think Takuto will get angry, but instead he tells them not to worry about it and sits down on his throne. Both of them then approach him and ask if he thinks they are bad people. They say they keep making so many mistakes that if he were a bad person, he would have already killed them. Takuto asks them what they think the difference is between a good person and a bad person. A good person doesn't only do good things, and a bad person doesn't always do bad things. Good people are expected to always do the right thing and always tell the truth. But bad people aren't evil all the time. They're just selfish people who do whatever benefits them, without caring about others' feelings. He tells them that if he wanted to, he could be as kind to them as he pleased. After all, he already knows they were making mistakes on purpose. They admit that they were doing it so he would get angry and kill them, because after what they had done, they didn't think they deserved to live. Takuto says he knows that after everything they went through, living feels incredibly difficult. He can't even imagine what they must be feeling. But one thing he knows for sure is that when their mother sacrificed herself, she wanted them to live. So they should live their lives fully, so that her sacrifice doesn't go to waste. It won't be easy, but he promises to stay by their side no matter what. Hearing this, both of them become emotional and hug him. After a while, Alto arrives and sees the 2 girls sleeping on Takuto's throne. She had come to deliver a report about a nearby city. The city belongs to a multiracial nation called Foreignon. It is a neutral nation, mostly inhabited by humans and beastmen. The city's name is Dragontan. Since mixed races live there, Alto believes they might be willing to listen to them. Takuto wonders why that nation is located so far away. Alto explains that Dragontan has a dragon vein mine that produces mana. Because of that, they should take control of the city as soon as possible. On top of that, barbarians like ogres and goblins are currently attacking Dragontan, and no reinforcements have arrived from their country yet. They are having a very hard time defending themselves. Takuto realizes that there must be many refugees there right now. If Minogra offers them shelter, their population will increase, and they can also build good relations with dragons. That would make it much easier to take control of the Dragon Vein mine. He sends Alto to negotiate with them. However, on the way to the city, they encounter a group of beastmen. The beastkin leader is terrified because they are covered in such dense darkness that it is clearly visible to the naked eye. Kipoli tries to calm everyone down, since her men are so scared that they might attack at any moment. Since Minogra's existence still had to remain a secret, she was prepared to kill them all. But a boy named Pepe doesn't understand the situation at all. He casually asks for Alto's name and starts talking to her directly. Alto is so shocked by this that she decides not to kill them for now. Soon she learns that they are actually from Dragontan, so she takes them to meet the king of Minogra. Kapali is completely shaken. If someone like Alto is being commanded by someone else, then that person must be far more terrifying. And when she finally stands before Takuto, he turns out to be even more frightening than she imagined. All she can see is pure darkness, nothing else. She starts believing that she has made a terrible mistake. Before meeting Alto, they had been attacked by a giant. Pepe used grass magic to defeat it, but he is still mentally childish. Instead of finishing the giant off, he climbs on top of it and starts demanding praise. The giant then gets back up and is about to attack Pepe again, but Capoli uses mud and grass magic to bind it to a massive rock. She scolds Pepe harshly, telling him that many lives will depend on him in the future. He promises to be more careful, but it's obvious he doesn't really understand. Meanwhile, if the barbarians continue attacking Dragontan, their city will soon be destroyed. They still don't know who is behind these attacks. The only clue they have is a rumor about a calamity occurring in the Attract Land. That's why Capoli had come to investigate, bringing Pepe along. But now she regrets it, realizing that one foolish mistake from him could put all their lives in danger. Suddenly, Pepe starts talking directly to the king of Minogra. He asks if he would like to be his friend. Hearing this, Capoli nearly collapses in fear, thinking that speaking so casually could get them all killed. She immediately apologizes to Takuto, but in reality, Takuto is happy. He says he would like to talk to Pepe. Soon, everyone is seated for a meal. Kaya brings apple juice for Capoli. After tasting it, Capoli is shocked. She has never had juice like this before, and even the quality of the glass is far superior to the best craftsmen on the continent. Pepe also loves the juice and asks for another glass. But then his attention shifts and he goes over to Gia, praising his muscles. After that, he starts showing his magic to Molter. Everyone lets him do whatever he wants because Takuto finds his behavior amusing. Takuto is happy to have made a friend, even though he doesn't really know what friends are supposed to do. While Capoli is scolding Pepe again, Takuto asks him if he would like to play a game. Pepe eagerly agrees, and the two of them sit down to play. First, they play a game Pepe invented, where they pull two small grass blades toward each other to see whose grass is stronger. After that, they keep playing different games, including ones created by Takuto himself. Pepe says he had a lot of fun, and that he could sell these games in Dragontan. Takuto thinks to himself that he will have to set aside friendship for now and establish a trade relationship, like a true ruler of Minogra. After the meal, Alto asks them why they had come here. Capoli explains that their city is under constant barbarian attacks, even though they live far from major cities. That's why she came to investigate. Alto asks what exactly they came to investigate, since their military power is so weak. Hearing this, Capoli panics. If Minogra learns the true state of their military, they might choose to conquer the city instead of negotiating. She hurriedly responds that their military is still strong and that they can easily defeat their enemies. Still, it was necessary to investigate the matter. Hearing this, everyone becomes convinced that Dragontan's military power must be quite strong. "What are you saying?" someone asks. "Just a moment ago, you said that if we don't find the reason behind the barbarian attacks, our city will be destroyed." Seeing this, Alto starts feeling bad for her. She explains that they have no ill intentions. For now, they are focused only on their own nation. However, the barbarians cannot be ignored, because once Dragontan is destroyed, they will head straight toward this forest. Minogra is willing to help them as much as possible. In return, they want access to the Dragon Vein. But there's no need to worry. Minogra is willing to share ownership of the Dragon Vein with them, since they don't currently need large amounts of mana. However, the exclusive rights to elemental conversion must belong to Minogra. Capoli is shocked to hear this. They already possess technology that converts mana energy into elemental energy. It would take Dragontan another 10 years to perfect that technology. Minogra is far more advanced than they are. Building good relations with them would clearly benefit Dragontan as well. However, the final decision rests with Pepe, since he is the youngest staff bearer and the future ruler of Dragontan. Pepe says that he wants to become friends with everyone in Minogra. After some time, another meeting is scheduled to discuss the terms of their alliance. Minogra will send food supplies to Dragontan, and in return, they will receive metal goods and daily necessities. They also acknowledge that all of this is possible thanks to Pepe. If he hadn't told the truth, things would never have progressed this far. In fact, before Minogra could even help, Dragontan might have already been destroyed. Later, Maria and Kaya ask what kind of nation Dragontan really is. At that moment, everyone realizes that they barely know anything about it. Without understanding the nation properly, they won't be able to maintain good relations. They need to learn more about Dragontan. Hearing this, the two girls volunteer to go and investigate. Takuto immediately refuses, saying it would be too dangerous. But he also can't send any important figure, since that could cause political problems between nations. The twins insist on going, and eventually, Takuto gives in. Seeing all this, Alto starts feeling jealous. He agreed only because of someone else's cuteness. When Takuto returns to the throne room, Alto is still upset. Maria tells Takuto to be honest about what he's feeling and apologize if he hurt her in any way. Takuto apologizes and tells her that he could never replace her. He is deeply grateful for everything she does. She is always by his side, and he would never choose anyone else over her. Hearing this, Alto begins imagining a married life with him. After that, Takuto takes the two girls to the clinic. He plans to send plague doctors with them as bodyguards. When the three of them enter, all the plague doctors greet Takuto. They may look terrifying, but in reality, they're cheerful and happily welcome their king. Alto is pleased by their manners and says they are worthy of serving their king. Takuto explains that he created them in advance to handle medical emergencies. They are perfect bodyguards for the twins because they are excellent medics and also capable fighters. The art doctors are told that they will accompany the twins to Dragontan. Their job will be to protect them and observe Dragontan's culture. Hearing this, all three of them get excited. Their loud voices, however, overwhelm the girls. The doctors then perform a strange dance, promising to act as human as possible. Takuto is delighted by their dedication and gives them names: Akero, Jiro, and Saburo. This makes the medics extremely happy. Maria even starts dancing with them, while Kaya finds all of them very strange. Meanwhile, in Dragontan, the mayor is furious because her work never seems to end. Antic had thought that moving to a neutral nation would give her a peaceful life, but the workload here is overwhelming. She's developed dark circles under her eyes and doesn't even have time to find a boyfriend. What annoys her even more is the fact that she now has to work with forces of darkness to protect the city. Just then, her assistant arrives, and Antic quickly fixes her appearance. The assistant informs her that some people want to meet her without an appointment. Antic snaps and tells her to send them away. But when the assistant mentions that they're from Managra, Antic immediately drops everything and goes to meet them. When she arrives, she sees the twins with the frightening medics standing behind them. Their aura makes Antic nervous, but she still forces a smile and welcomes them. The girls introduce themselves, but Antic remains suspicious. She's heard rumors about dark elves, and on top of that, masked figures like these don't seem trustworthy. She also wonders why they sent children. Then she remembers Capoli mentioning two twins who were being personally educated by the King of Manogra to become future leaders. She realizes that the people standing before her are extremely important. One wrong move here could put her entire nation in danger. Nervously, she asks why they have come. The twins struggle to answer, but then Jiro explains that they're here because Pepe invited them to play. This is an informal visit meant to observe their culture and lifestyle. Hearing this, Antic relaxes. At least she doesn't have to negotiate anything with the children. She takes them on a tour of the city. Back in Manogra, Takuto watches everything through the medic's eyes. After exploring the city all day, the group returns to their hotel room in the evening. Kaya and Maria discuss how terrified the people are of outside enemies, and how food shortages are becoming a serious issue. The medics are impressed and give them a white flower they bought at the market. Kaya explains that it's a type of narcotic plant, banned in almost every nation, yet it's being sold openly in Dragontan's market. The next day, they arrive at a place where crystals are protruding from the ground. Jiro explains that this is the Dragon Vein mine. They tried to conceal it with soil, but couldn't fully hide it. Soon, a man named Vesta Curlin appears. He introduces himself as a merchant and says he wants to do business with them. He's heard that their nation will jointly control this area. He asks if they would like to grow popple grass with him. It would greatly benefit their kingdom, since it sells for a high price. He offers them a share and additional offerings for their king. The girls ask what he means by additional offerings. Vesta says this isn't the right place to discuss such things and tells them to come here after sunset. Later, the twins sit with Antic and tell her that if she ever needs anything, she can rely on them. Antic asks them to praise her in front of the King of Managra if possible. While they're talking, Vesta arrives again with two men. He asks if they've thought about his offer. Since they didn't come to him, he decided to come to them instead. Antic starts thinking that if the forces of darkness start working with scum like Vesta, this city will be completely ruined. Just then, Kaya firmly says that they would never work with someone like him. She then asks Antic if she would have any problem with them taking action. Antic replies that she has no problem at all. They can do whatever they want. At that moment, Vesta pulls out an injection made from popple grass. Just a single dose can make anyone addicted for life. The girls warn him that if he even touches them, he will become an enemy of Managra. Vesta laughs and says it doesn't matter. 1 or 2 doses will turn them into his slaves, and even that perverted Takuto will obey him. He and his men then attack the girls. Suddenly, a sword pierces the wall right beside him. Terrified, he looks around and realizes that both of his companions are already dead. Elsewhere, Amal asks Alto why she sent medics as guards. Alto explains that they are equally fond of humans and demi-humans, and they are extremely efficient at both healing and killing humans. Back in Dragontan, the medics have killed the attackers and begin talking about wearing their skin. Seeing this, both Vesta and Antic are horrified. Vesta begs for his life, but Kaya says she can never forgive him for insulting their king. Her king told her that they are evil, meaning they are free to do whatever they want. Using that freedom, she orders the medics to kill him. All three of them execute Vesta, then begin posing strangely while wearing human skin. Maria tells them that they looked exactly like humans. On the other hand, Kaya apologizes to Antic for traumatizing her and for painting the entire room red. Antic, completely shaken, tells her not to worry about it and says she will have the place cleaned. Seeing this, Kaya feels relieved, but this only makes Antic even more terrified, because despite so many deaths, the two girls showed no emotional reaction at all. Overwhelmed by fear, Antic ends up wetting herself. Seeing this, the three medics are about to do the same, saying it wouldn't be fair if only she had to bear this shame. But Kaya kicks all three of them and orders them to sit quietly in one place. Meanwhile, Alto starts scolding Takuto for giving the twins far too much freedom. She says he had plenty of time to stop them using telepathy, but he didn't. Takuto replies that he didn't want to scold them because he was afraid they might start hating him. Alto snaps back, asking what he thinks he is, their father or something. She then scolds both twins and the three medics as well, telling them that none of them are allowed to move until they write proper apology letters. After that, a meeting is held to decide what should be done about Dragontan. But instead of starting the meeting, Alto begins scolding them all over again. The others calm her down, saying that Dragontan is more important right now. According to the twins' report, Dragontan's situation is extremely bad. There is a severe food shortage, and with fewer guards, crime keeps increasing. But their biggest problem is the barbarian attacks. Goblins and orcs are low-level monsters, but hill giants are extremely powerful. Worse, they still haven't figured out where these monsters are spawning from. Alto says she will go to help Dragontan with a small group. Even if the monsters are low level, she can still gain useful skills from fighting them, which will increase their nation's strength. Molter says he will go with her as well, since he can help both in battle and diplomacy, and he will bring some of his students along. Man. Hearing this, Gia feels that he and his soldiers don't need to go, but Amal points out that she doesn't think Gia alone can protect the country. Takuto then says that he will soon summon a hero, so they don't need to worry about Minogra's defense. Hearing this, the elves are delighted. They feel that the timing is perfect and that everything is going according to the plan. Takuto brushes it off, saying it's just a coincidence, but if they want to praise him, he won't stop them. Soon, all the resources needed to summon the hero are gathered in one place. Before starting the summoning ritual, Takuto asks Alto through telepathy what she thinks will happen if they summon Isla. Alto says she doesn't know, since this is their first time summoning a hero. She just hopes that Isla will follow his orders, but if Isla ever turns against him, Alto promises she would risk her life to protect him. Takuto thanks her for always being by his side, but tells her not to put her life in danger because he wouldn't be able to summon her again. After that, he begins the summoning ritual. A Takmana starts consuming all the resources and turns into an egg. When the egg cracks open, the insect queen Esla emerges. Esla screams loudly, which startles Takuto for a moment. Then she bows her head before him and thanks him for bringing her into this world. Takuto says he's happy to see her too and asks if she remembers him. Isla replies that she remembers everything and calls him her king, Ira Takuto. At that moment, Alto steps between them and asks if Isla truly intends to serve Takuto. Instead of being afraid, Isla gently pats Alto's head and says she looks very cute. Isla still doesn't understand what's going on, so they take her to the palace and explain everything. Takuto tells Isla that she will be in charge of defending Minogra, while Alto, their attack hero, will go to Dragontan to fight the barbarians. Hearing this, Alto becomes sad, saying she will miss Takuto a lot. Takuto tells her that he will miss her too, and the two of them hug each other while crying. Soon, everyone prepares to head to Dragontan. Alto is extremely emotional, while the others wonder why she's acting like this when it's just a short trip, as if she's leaving forever. The next day, Isla notices that it's already noon and Takuto still hasn't woken up. The twins tell her that Takuto usually sleeps until noon, and if he doesn't wake up by then, either they or Alto wake him. Hearing this, Isla wakes Takuto up and scolds him, saying he sleeps until noon and waits for women to wake him up. She reminds him that he's the king, and tells him that from now on, he will wake up every morning. After that, Isla asks for permission to let Kaya and Maria give her a tour of the place. As soon as Isla leaves with the twins, Amal arrives with a report about the new assignments given to the laborers. Takuto becomes nervous, since this is the first time he's talking to someone else without Alto. Yeah. He reviews the report and says everything looks perfect, but from next week onward, fewer people should be sent for gathering, and they should be assigned to other tasks. After Amal leaves, Gia arrives to get approval for the warriors' new training plan. Meanwhile, the twins are giving Isla a tour of the town. Amal also arrives there and immediately starts complaining about Gia, saying he keeps breaking the training equipment, which increases her workload. She starts crying, saying that ever since Molter left, she hasn't been able to rest even for a second. Isla calms her down and tells her she will scold Gia later. After that, they all head to the training grounds where everyone is practicing. As soon as Gia arrives, he breaks everyone's swords and says that they will never be able to protect the country like this. He tells them that before anything else, they should check their equipment stock. Placing her hand on Gia's head, Isla tells him that if he calmed his mind, he can become a better warrior. Later, everyone eats together. Special dishes meant for foreign guests are brought for Isla, but she sits with everyone else and says she will eat what they eat. Her job is to protect this country and its people, and she can only do that properly if she understands their perspective. Kaya and Maria then bring her dishes with Isla's face carved onto them. Seeing this, Isla becomes very happy and gently pats their heads. That night, Isla patrols the town, thinking about how to improve the defenses. Suddenly, she hears someone crying. Inside a treehouse, she finds Kaya crying while Maria tries to comfort her. Isla asks why she's crying, and Kaya explains that she can't sleep because she keeps dreaming about the time when their mother was alive. When she wakes up, she realizes she'll never see her again. Hearing this, Isla hugs both of them and says that from now on, she will sleep with them, so when they wake up, she will be right there with them. The next day, Isla goes to Takuto and suggests building a learning institute to speed up their research. After that, they should plant living reeds around the borders. Anyone who tries to force their way in will be damaged, and the reeds will lay eggs that produce even more worker insects. She then asks about Alto. Since Takuto can share senses with Alto, he sees that Alto is about to fight the barbarians. They move toward the monster city, and with a single attack, Alto wipes out all the monsters. Antic is with her, completely terrified by what she's witnessing. Nervously, she starts telling Alto how well she treated the twins and how she took good care of them. Alto understands why she's acting this way and tells her she can leave. She says she can handle everything here on her own. Hearing this, Antic becomes overjoyed and quickly leaves. After taking a short break from the slaughter, a beast man brings Alto some juice. Someone comments that they thought the people here would be terrified of her, but things are going surprisingly smoothly. They say they should thank Pepe for that. Hearing Pepe's name, Alto gets irritated. When Pepe saw her tentacles, he called her an octopus. Remembering that makes her angry. Before she can stop him, Pepe says he's heading back to the main kingdom to report the incident. Alto explains that the barbarians are weak, but they have some impressive abilities. Just then, a hill giant appears. Molter is shocked because he didn't sense any mana. How did it get here? At that moment, Antic arrives and reports that a hill giant has appeared and that she's going to prepare the archers. Alto stops her and says she's more than enough on her own. She starts heading toward the hill giant. Antic worries about her, but someone reassures her that monsters like that are nothing more than mosquitoes to Alto. Still, just standing around is boring, so Molter uses military magic and spreads dark miasma across the battlefield. Evil beings grow stronger, while others weaken. Alto then uses her holy sword art and defeats the hill giant. As soon as its body disappears, several gold coins appear on the ground. Alto tells Takuto about this and says that when she showed the coins to Molter, even he admitted that he had never seen coins like those before.